Today we're going to be tying a UV bodied March Brown Cahill. We're starting with a size 12 3761. I've got some dark brown 6/0 uni thread. I'm going to start in the classic manner behind the eye. Lay down a nice thread base.
And this is a fly you're going to fish in the spring, primarily, Barrett?
It's a spring fly, absolutely. Use it a lot of times, especially on the lower Mackenzie, where we've got flat water conditions and relatively tough fish to pick out because there's no real features. It's just a broad, sweeping flat. So I've taken a piece of mallard or wood duck dyed brown or tan. It's kind of up to you. You can mix up the colors a little bit. I think the primary feature of this fly is this UV aspect of it. Obviously, Cahill is a proven fly for a lot of different places and for a long time, but this is just a new little spin on it that's been working really well for me. So I'm going to tie in probably 8 feather barbules off the side of that duck feather. Clip that off. Next thing I'm going to do is tie in a small piece of brown ultra wire. This is in the medium size, the way you're going to have really a nice defined segmentation. I wrap the wire down the side of the shank to build up a little bit more heft to the body. March Brown nibs tend to be pretty broad and flat, so it's just one more thing to just kind of help look more like a natural bug. So that's just tied in classic wire rib style. Always check your wire. Pull on your wire, make sure that that's not going anyplace. You hate to get to a final step of the situation and then have your wire pull out. I've got ice dub. This is UV tan. It's got kind of a purple-y glow to it, but when you take it out in the sunlight or dip it in the water, it looks really brown. Brownish tan. So I'm going to take a small amount of that. We're just going to make a small dubbing noodle.
But there really is something to this UV stuff. I mean, it grabs some light and some reflective qualities.
It does something different.
Yeah.
It has something else going on. I've been reading about fish picking up on UV colors a little bit better than they do just like a normal color. Maybe it's truer, maybe it's brighter. I'm not sure how the fish perceive it, but I can tell you one thing, it definitely works. So we've got a nice dubbed body, kind of tapered from the back to the front, a little bit of a cigar-shaped body. Just going to go through and rib with the wire. And I like this kind of bigger size wire. You can get away with brassy size, but I really like the way that segmentation shows up with the big wire.
It allows the fly to drop pretty quick too. Which
I think it adds a little bit of weight, so you don't get as much of a waking deal down at the end of the swing. So I just kind of take my fingernail, roll that wire over just a touch bit. Next thing I'm going to do is tie in India henback feather. This is natural brown. Been using a bunch of that the last little bit now that it's fairly readily available for us here.
And you could use partridge here.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's just some great speckly nature to this feather that to me screams March Brown. So I'm going to kind of prep it, tie it in by the tip. Snip off my excess. Grab that with the Hackle pliers. Wrap it. Kind of slick that feather back out of the way, wet fly style. 2 or 3 wraps, depending on how much you get. I don't think you have to really go crazy on the hackle on there, but it's nice to have a little bit after the fly gets beaten on for a while. Again, I just kind of smooth those feathers out of the way, give myself a nice little cup face. I'm going to take another one of those duck feathers. I'm going to kind of just fold the tip. The idea is just to kind of get a nice wing profile, mush it down a bit, so I might even go a little bit bigger than that.
And that feather has a natural curve to it.
Absolutely. So once you fold it, you've got kind of a really nice wing profile there. I'll measure that out. I want that wing to essentially be about as long as the body. So I'll do that pinch method. It's going to come right over the top. wing is tied in, head is built up a little bit. We're just going to take the whip finishing tool, make a couple wraps. There's a finished ice dub March Brown Cahill with that UV coloration. It's been working really well for me last couple weeks. It's one of my new favorites. I hope it's one of yours too.